Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 126 of the Red Force podcast. My name is Eric Tolado. Joining me today, Christian Tolado.
Yeah, I'm here.
And jay.d Legend. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing?
We are good. We got a chapter going on. We got many things going on this week, but
Finally we get a chapter.
but we're on break again.
You know, it's just this.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Always suffering. God damn
This era.
How long will this last?
Oh man, if we're 3 chapters behind, thanks to COVID. 3 chapters.
Brutality.
You know, it is what it is.
Now you know that Oda's been working on it for like quite a long time. Like
Yeah.
all these other chapters. So do you think he'll release like maybe double chapters once
Absolutely not.
COVID is gone?
Absolutely.
No. Okay.
No chance.
Because in the statement he said, he's like, I'm still drawing every day, but the chapters aren't coming out. So Oda's also frustrated.
Yeah.
Because his team can't get it done. And he's drawing every day, Eric.
It is what it is.
He's trying to get it done.
Alright.
He wants to finish in 5 years. And everyone else is saying no. Alright?
He's trying to retire and everyone's just not letting him retire.
Everyone else is saying no. Yeah.
So, we got a chapter, we got hashtag, we got shanks. Topic of the show.
Trying to define what an L is, alright?
We'll get into it.
'Cause-
Many L's dished out this week.
Because I think it's getting a little out of hand of what is an L, what
Yeah.
isn't an L, you know?
People can subscribe to the channel, Christian, if they haven't already.
Hit the like button, hit the bell,
Whatever
you know,
the bell does.
all
you
the
know?
YouTuber
All
shit,
the
you know?
YouTuber shit. Go check out jay.d Legend on YouTube.
Is he part of the new batch?
He is part of the new world, Christian.
The new world,
The worst generation, as
the
they
worst
call
generation.
it.
You know, some of the Supernova out there. You know,
Yeah.
which one would I be though?
Which one would
Which
you be?
one do you wanna be?
Supernova. You can be Bonnie.
Well,
I guess.
Well, let's not be Bonnie. Let's absolutely not.
all
I did my Devil Fruit quiz and they actually gave me Hawkins, so maybe I could just take
There
that.
you go. Hawkins, the mastermind player.
So you got that high IQ.
Now he's not crazy
Exactly.
like Fiji, Christian, or part of the new batch.
There's some wild men out there, right?
There is some crazy men out there. Shout out to
There are.
Fiji. He's
It's-
gone crazy. Something happened to his Twitter account.
Something
I don't know
happened.
what happened. I'm not sure what happened.
All right, so I guess we're dubbing this the Twitter generation,
Sure. This is
Yes.
the BDA generation.
the
Christian.
BDA generation, the BDA era. All right.
Sure.
So,
Kind of like the Navy where like everyone has their own squad.
Yeah.
And the BDA crew is strong.
it's strong.
That's where all the newcomers
A lot of
come
members.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
They got
It's kinda like-
numbers. right?
Shout out to
They got
Braga.
numbers. Shout
The
out to,
underworld pappy, as they call it.
yeah, we all know why, right? He's dealing out chapters. He's doing all kinds of.
He's dealing in the underworld.
He's definitely
no
dealing.
doubt about it.
All right.
Chapter, Christian. Let's get into it.
Chapter. Let's get into it.
Transitions.
All right, chapter 980, fighting music. Now, this is an Apu chapter, and we all know what Eric thinks about Apu.
I hate Apu. He needs to die. He needs to suffer.
This is news to me. Okay.
Maybe most hated character.
Most hated character.
Specifically because he's a long arm.
All right, hate
Long arms
design.
must be dealt with, Christian.
All right,
They must be eradicated.
all right,
I hate them.
okay,
Worst design ever.
all right.
And Apu, specifically disgusting.
You got the
With them
piano
teeth,
teeth. He's
with-
got a weird
With
outfit.
the whole trumpet shit.
He's got the braided hair.
I feel like
Too
I
much.
feel like Oda designed the long arms for Apu because he couldn't get the music shit to work.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
he's
the
like,
bendy
how do I
arms.
do this?
Yeah,
Let's make him have 2 jointed arms.
yeah.
Big Mom was right. They must be ripped off and become normal.
Okay.
Oh,
Eric
Lord.
hates the long arm.
So-
Eric hates the long arm.
Someone,
Let's hope Kid destroys this man.
All right.
Anyway, let's
is that classified as racism?
No.
Is that, are we classified? No. Okay.
It's a fictional character.
It's a long arm.
It's a very.
So Yeah, well, Eric also hates Kid,
I
so
do.
there's a conflict of interest going on here.
There is many conflicting feelings about this
All
chapter.
right, so we all know, like, it's gonna be interesting when who comes out on top of this fight. All right,
I did say many weeks ago that if Kid leaves Apu in a bloody mess, he will
get a W.
gain respect.
Okay, we're on the right track.
See, this whole Kid thing, right? Everyone's like, oh, why do you hate Kid? I just want him to gain my respect, Christian. He hasn't done anything.
All right, well, we'll get the Kid. All right, we'll get the Kid in the
sure.
chapter. All right, first thing we see, Lola wants to marry Gotti. Called it as soon as this thing started.
Sure.
All right, Lola's gonna join the Fire Tank Pirates, and Capone's gonna get more goons.
Yeah, and their crew just gets worse with time.
Who has the better crew, Capone or Law? Who has a better crew?
I would have to say Capone.
Yeah,
Like,
at least
I
he's
feel-
got Gotti, he's got Vito. Vito killed Bobbin. So that's a W.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a feat. That's a heavy feat, man.
Bobbin was supposed to be one of the great commanders of
100
Big One
million,
Pirate.
100 million Barry Man.
That's something.
Uh-huh.
It's better than Beppo, which is nothing. It's better than Gene Bart, which is also nothing.
Sure.
And Pegwood Sachi, who
But Jin Bart was an ex-pirate captain, Christian.
Okay.
Remember that.
all right, a lot of goon
Mhm.
pirates around.
Mhm.
So I guess
Could have
that's
just
that.
been a caribou for all we know. You
That's
you
true.
never know.
Sure.
All right, actually getting into the chapter. Luffy gets mad. Kaido's goons wasting Oshiruku, right? Wasting the food. He's mad. Okiboro Town,
I don't know
Tama.
about you two, but do you feel like this is like a thing?
Luffy only wants to beat Kaido because of Tama. You can't forget that.
Yeah.
All right, you can't forget Act 1. It's been a lifetime. You can't forget Act 1, all right? Tama, apparently important to Luffy. Yeah.
Well, it's the whole Ace thing and the bond, and you know, there's always a child in every arc that needs saving.
We got the trial trio this arc, all right?
Sure.
So maybe they're gonna team up in some way.
I was surprised. Maybe Zoro was thinking about Toko.
Maybe I don't
I
know.
would. I don't think so because Tama's image came up in that little flashback that Zoro had as
Den
well,
beside him.
Yeah.
and they ate the soup together with Tama and then saw her really happy face. So it's weird, but like Zoro and Luffy are kind of taking this weird father figure role with Tama that I don't really think we've seen them
Well,
have before.
it's also like the whole town situation with the laughing town and the leftovers town. They're all starving.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Zoro kind of grew attached to
Yasu.
real quick.
Yeah. I don't know that this is this the big motivation to take down an emperor? Like, it feels like a motivation for like a East Blue arc or like a Grand Line arc. Doesn't really feel like it's got that much stakes.
I feel like if they were kicking around like Udon prison slaves or something, it'd be more
They
like
kinda
of
were.
a interesting thing instead of the Okirushu or whatever.
Yeah, because like you could imagine this like take all of Wano out, right? You could imagine this plot of poor town can't eat, and then you got the rich king who's got all the food.
Yeah.
You can imagine that motivation anywhere in the story. I don't know that it's a
Luffy's loved food forever. This kind of feels like they're kind of jumping on Sanji's thing though.
Yeah, I was about to say it seems something like Sanji would be enraged about, but
a little bit of a Sanji territory issue.
Maybe
but-
Sanji
Yeah.
should have started the fight and Luffy jumped in and agreed. Maybe that would make more sense.
Yeah, but then Sanji would have caught the L. All right,
Sure.
you can't do that. All right,
exactly. No, he's 1,000% correct.
all right. So, where is Sanji still with the girls? Yeah, and Chopper in the tank.
Yeah, there's somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
with
somewhere.
Carrot and all of them in
Yeah.
the tank.
We need graphs. We need maps.
We need a lot of things, all right. But
We need
yeah, I'm not really sure about because can you what does Luffy scream at Kaido when he's fighting him?
give Tama food.
Give time or give people food. What's the conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird. Dressrosa. I think Dressrosa was a better motivation.
It's interesting, right? Because Luffy plays like he makes Momonosuke work for what he wants to get,
Yeah,
but then he's kind of like also like Tama deserves food.
but because Tama proved that she's brave by already trying to fight.
Yeah.
She already tried to
Yes.
fight the
Momo's kind of like a spoiled
The hunger.
kid that asks for everything.
yeah. So
And then And then on top of that, you have when Tama made Luffy the rice,
Yeah.
even
The
though it was her birthday and she was like she was starving as well. So I think that left a big mark on Luffy as well.
It's just been so long. Act 2.
Act 2, Act 1.
Yeah,
It's been how many chapters are we deep now?
70
or
It's gotta be
something?
70 chapters deep.
Yeah.
Ooh, 200 chapters coming true, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while.
All right, so moving on. All right. So Luffy, elephant gun some guy in the head.
He's dead.
A little much. All right, you did it. Come on, Luffy.
His head is concaved. He's done.
He's dead. He's dead. This man's dead.
Yeah.
All right.
He cannot be alive.
He got Looney Tunes. All right.
Yeah, he definitely did.
All right. Now he's an accordion man. He's gonna, make noise when he walks. But
Definitely some spine damage too.
he's dead. All right. So it's like it reminds you of that like creature in Hunter x Hunter when it like squishes you into like a pile of goo. Like,
one of those dark continent
dark
beasts,
token
right?
creatures. But it's Luffy.
Yeah.
But it's Luffy,
Now, people bringing up the question, why not conquer his haki? Why something a little bit more subtle? You had to go for gear 3.
Luffy had to go big, all right? Luffy had to go big.
Sure.
Teach him a lesson, all right?
Even like a gear second jet
Even
pistol,
just a
like,
normal
and that, so you didn't have to do all with hockey too. I was like, you didn't have to do all that.
Now, all the crew starts being like, oh, they're fighting over there, which I felt like it'd be reasonable enough, like, because in my mind, I imagine they fight a lot, so maybe Luffy could have, like,
snuck out
because they kind of fight a lot.
I mean, Apu instantly recognizes Monkey D, so
shout out to Apu.
Apu sees through the magical disguise of Kinemon, all right?
It's crazy.
It's too good.
Mhm.
So Kid notices Luffy, calls him an idiot for ruining the plan.
Yeah.
All right.
They're just gonna slip through.
They're just gonna slip through the back. All right. Okay.
Again, no real acknowledgement that how does one take out Kaido? You got one shot by Kaido. Kid.
I mean, Zoro also kind of says this as well.
JD, do you find it annoying that there's no self-awareness, that they have like very little chance against Kaido?
It's like, we just gotta save ourselves for Kaido. We can beat him. Okay.
It's honestly shocking, and it bothers me so much because it's just like you've seen what he can do. Kid knows what he can do. It's just like, where is this wild confidence coming from? If you get one shot in general,
I mean,
in your strongest form, where is the reverence for Kaido? It's just like it's non-existent.
I expect it from Luffy because he's always like that, and he's had training or whatever, so he has some kind of reason to be confident. But like from Law and Kid and shit, it's like you're supposed to be like somewhat intelligent.
We talked about this last week, and just compare it to Hawkeye Island, where there was an actual plan to kill an emperor with using the Mother Caramel photo, using Big Mom's weakness, using poison.
That they had no chance otherwise.
They acknowledged it, like, we got no chance, we have to sneak it.
Yeah.
And now we're in Wano, they're like, if we get the Kaido, we can kill him. Okay.
Is that the plan?
That's the plan. The only plan is to get to Kaido.
Kinemon's like, yeah, we're gonna kill him. What are you talking about, Kinemon?
Kinemon's delusional, right?
You saw Odin lose to this man 20 years ago.
Yeah, and it was for him. It was like a month ago.
Yeah.
So, so Zoro appears by cutting down a tower, right? Cuts down this like banquet tower. Starts yelling at Luffy. What are you doing?
Shenanigans and shit.
Shenanigans. Everyone's like, "What? You're also yelling? Can you hear yourself right now?" Mm-hmm. So, gags. All right, Zoro roasting Luffy. Not realizing he's doing the exact same thing.
At least Zoro and Luffy together again,
Yeah, it's great. All right.
Fears out there that he get lost forever.
There was fears out there that he would be lost for 40 chapters, but apparently not.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, okay. Are you guys surprised at the fact that it kind of seems like they're actually going to fight Kaido together, just based on what we've seen so far?
Well, they'll probably get separated on the way up.
I mean,
similar to like Pika.
When Zoro got Enma, it was like kind of just a guarantee that Zoro would do something against Kaido, just because he's got the mystical sword of legend.
Yeah.
So like he'll do something,
Well, put it this way, right? If Zoro and Sanji aren't gonna get King and Queen or Toby Roppo, like I guess they can help out with Kaido. If other characters give,
what does that even mean?
Give the passage.
Luffy got one shot. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but like Sanji.
Sanji does what?
Sanji's gonna do nothing. Maybe he can play utility.
Luffy used Gear 4.
Do you forget the anime shield?
That's true.
The magic shield that came out of nowhere. Do you
from
forget
the anime.
that?
Yeah. That's canon, man.
the Fox Shine Spike.
You forget his cape shield.
The
That has
Cape Magic Shield.
abilities,
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful addition.
But
Sanji can't
let's
do
be
anything.
real. Luffy used Gear 4 on Kaido, did nothing. What's
Well,
Sanji got?
we talk about how they're gonna beat Kaido, and then people throw out answers, but no one's talking about the sparring that works. Big Mom also being here,
Yeah,
which is again no one in the crew is acknowledging that Big Mom's here as well.
I guess like
It's also no one acknowledges the commanders as well.
I don't.
It's all
like,
about Kaido. Like, what's the theory about King, Queen, Jack? Like, are they
it's a
doing
stealth mission, and all they have to do is get the Kaido. That's what their mind is. Right?
Sure.
That's their logic, which is like, okay, all right. I guess that might work. All right.
Well, one thing I think you guys can say is that Law definitely just planned for Kid and Luffy to completely disregard anything about the mission whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I think the troop that's with Denjiro and the Scabbards, I think they're actually more concerned about the Toby Roppo, the actual command. I feel like those are the ones who are actually going to fight them, to be honest.
Sure.
So
well, maybe they're like, they'll distract them, and then we can assassinate Kaido somehow.
Again,
too.
Assassinate Kaido. It's like, how?
You know he's impenetrable. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know, dude. Like,
people out there saying that, like, oh, Kid and Luffy are following the plan. They don't know that they're the bait, though.
well, it works out, you know? It just works out. So, there it is.
Just want to point that out.
So, after Luffy tells Zoro the reason why he's fighting, Zoro agrees. And we get that weird panel, which is like people talking in the background, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that panel's about. Why not just do a exclamation panel instead of a weird flashback bubble?
Yeah.
It's a weird panel.
I don't know.
But yeah, like, because it kind of looks confusing because you think, like, is Zoro, like, lying to Luffy? But then it's like, nah, it's the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zoro agrees, and they start fighting.
Hey, look, Zoro, Luffy, same page, always. Look at that.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? Zoro, basically, Apu sees Luffy, and he goes, it's obviously Luffy.
Yeah.
Escapes from Udon, informs Queen.
Yeah.
Right, doing his job. Right, doing his DJ.
They're singing to each other, the big memes around.
Yeah, it's all going on. Right. Kid hears this. He's interested in Apu. Right.
Yeah.
He's interested. He wants that blood.
Betrayed.
Right. He was betrayed by Kid. Now the logistics of this betrayal still blows my mind.
Now, jay.d, do you think Apu called Kaido over to fuck him up when he jumped from the sky, or was that just a coincidence?
It's interesting because the way Kaido fell off is like he actually was genuinely trying to kill himself.
But was he doing that for a grand entrance?
Yeah, was that his grand entrance?
That he's just like,
So-
I'm here.
So I think it might be a mix. I feel like it might be a mix of both, right? So we saw Kaido when he first appeared in Wano, and he just appeared out of nowhere, drunk as hell, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there was already a plan in place where Apu had set them up, and he's like, "All right, Kaido, take him out." But Kaido got drunk, and he just went all the way up to a sky island and got suicidal on the spot when he's supposed to be thinking about the mission.
Yeah.
So he tried to kill himself, and in the process, he actually woke up and then succeeded in his mission and just killed him.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy to think that Apu called up Kaido just to come capture Kid. He's like, "Hey Kaido, I got a few heavy hitters for you. Come over,
Well,
come pick him up."
He got Hawkins, he got Kid.
Sure, but like,
Kid, he got Hawkins, I guess.
And Killer too.
Sure.
and Killer.
Well, yeah, I was Kamazo for a little bit.
And then he falls out of the sky. It's crazy. It's just, I'm just imagining the conversation between Apu and Kaido.
How does Kaido put up with Apu?
I don't know. He seems like he's in a pretty good mood right now.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say, so Kaido definitely has these weird mood swings, and we see him now. He seems a little fatherly with the Toby Roppo when he talked to them at the party. So it's like
he's chilled out. He's having a good time, you know.
Yeah, it's just chilling. And then so it seems as though you have many Kaidos. You have hammered Kaido, you have angry Kaido, and then you have I'm having a great time Kaido. Like look at him when Odin was about to die, like the execution.
Yeah.
He was drinking and having fun and laughing. I was just like, who is this guy, man?
He was also having fun with Big Mom after the fight.
Yeah, people. I think people still don't understand. Like they still think Kaido's the guy from 795 falling out of the sky wanting to kill himself.
Yeah.
That's long past where it's like he's got more things going on.
All right. So, Queen offers a flying six position to anyone who could catch the intruders.
He's gonna get rid of them.
He says he wants to erase one of them to open up a seat. So there was this weird debate if it's he's gonna get rid of one or if it's about the challenge of Yamato finding Yamato and then getting
what is
challenged.
it? The golden Kagura or something?
Yeah. So the official makes it seem like Queen has a plan outside of that to take out one of them.
Yeah.
It seems like he hates one of them so much that he just wants to take him out.
Well, the Toby Roper also hate him.
Yeah.
So there's kind of a thing.
I feel like it's gonna be one of the females just because of the gag we were introduced with when he was first introduced with Kuromasaki.
Yeah.
Because remember when we first found out about Queen?
Yeah.
He was pining over Kuromasaki.
Right.
So maybe one of the female Toby Ropers rejected him and he's gonna take him out.
Maybe.
It could be a thing. It could be Drake. Everyone's talking about Drake.
Maybe it's page one for not able to capture Sanji.
Maybe it's page one. Who knows?
It could be Ulti because she runs her mouth constantly.
Yeah.
Maybe doesn't like her.
Maybe doesn't like her. I don't know. Queen. Is this ever gonna happen? Is this?
He's a little bit too keen to take.
It could be any of them.
Sure.
But people saying Drake because maybe they found out that he's a traitor.
Yeah.
Maybe
do we think we're going into a tournament system soon?
There's a possibility.
Will Luffy Zoro get captured and then they have to fight a tournament with the Flying Six and the fucking
that would be
Commanders
interesting. Keep him busy.
That would be actually really cool. No, you're right.
Yeah, and then Big Mom and Carter in the audience.
Just
it brings up issues about it's injuries and
whatever. All right, they can get healed by some magical power. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right. All Luffy has to do is eat, and he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Now,
yeah.
Don't you guys feel like that would be a little bit redundant if Luffy gets captured again and he's going in that because that happened in Udon prison already?
Luffy gets defeated multiple times by the villain. So if Kaido comes out, one-shots him again, then throws him in the prison.
It is annoying, but also Oda's I got to get this plot started and moving, and how do I get rid of Luffy?
Yeah.
Because that's all he does it every goddamn time. Luffy just disappears and gets captured, and
then he appears at the end of the fight.
It's annoying.
Yeah, Luffy getting stuck, Luffy getting captured. It
is redundant, but it could be done in a fun way. It's who's gonna take the seat of the Toby Roper? Who's gonna take the seat of the commander?
They have to beat Luffy. They have to beat Kid. Yeah. So we know. We fight a few goon commanders, like the headliners.
I don't know how they restrain Luffy in there.
It's a sea stone cage. It's the Thunderdome.
Sea stone cage. Okay.
All right. Whatever. All right. They can get. I wouldn't mind that if Luffy gets captured and it's a mini tournament.
But again, how long is this section going to be if we're going to do that?
I guess Kaido has to be distracted for them to sneak in.
And that's also not a part of the schedule, Christian.
They can make an arrangement.
Okay.
Maybe it is part of the schedule. Maybe there is a tournament that takes place at this time. We don't know.
Okay.
It could be. But, enough speculation, right? So, Queen, he's angry. He wants to get the seat cleared. He's got some vendetta. We don't really know what that is, all right? So, gifters start attacking Luffy and Zoro. You got your weird wolf guy. You got your weird yokai-looking creatures attacking Luffy and Zoro. And then Apu starts his fighting music.
Mm-hmm.
And Luffy gets smacked, right, by some punch.
Doesn't seem to do much.
Some air punch, some beat punch, whatever it is. Zoro gets slashed, and he doesn't even know where he's been attacked. That's enough. Alright? And the crowd goes wild.
Community losing their minds.
Zoro gets cut by Apu. Alright? Apparently this man is supposed to kill Kaido. Getting cut by Apu.
Shout out to Fiji.
Shout out to the Zoro fanboys. Sure. Alright? They're going crazy. Alright? Luffy then explodes, which is, I think, a little more of an issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
No, I agree. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You want to turn that desktop audio down?
Desktop audio down.
People
saying
Jay's
a
little bit too loud. We're going to do it on our end. Don't you worry about anything, Jay.
Alright.
There we go.
Should be good. Yeah.
So fighting music.
Fighting music. Luffy explodes. this is more of an issue than Zoro getting slashed, but people aren't talking about it because of the memes, right? Now, the question is Luffy knocked out here? Is he just pained from the attack? Is it internal damage? All these kinds of questions.
Maybe it's some kind of noxious gas, Christian. Who knows?
Who knows what this attack is? Zoro and Luffy don't know what's going on. Is Future Sight in play? Confusion, all this kind. They're being attacked by multiple directions. It's kind of a weird sound wave, so how do you dodge sound? It's like, and then Apu implies that if you're in range, you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
So Apu, he's got some tricks, he's got some gimmicks, right? He's got some gimmicks.
Is he a gimmick fighter, or does he have some kind of bulk and stamina to his body, Christian?
He seems like a ranged gimmick fighter because we see him always running from the balls. Can't forget the running from the balls, right? Running from Kizaru, fair enough. I don't begrudge him for that.
Sure.
Right? Kizaru catches him and kicks his head in. We all remember that. Can't forget that. So,
I think it's like it's fair enough for Zoro to get cut here because it's a supernova.
Yeah.
You know, like it's supposed to be a strong pirate.
Yeah.
Luffy's a little bit questionable.
Yeah, because Luffy's supposed to be that high end, getting to that ridiculous top end level.
He wakes up in 2 seconds.
Yeah, he wakes up 2 seconds later, bites a crocodile. It seems fine.
A wolf.
Is it a wolf? I thought it was a crocodile. Whatever it is, right? It's a weird creature. Luffy bites it, right? So, is Luffy affected by this? Is it just dramatic?
Luffy says, I'm fine. Zoro says, of course you are.
Yeah. So, Luffy kind of messed up. Zoro grabs Luffy and runs. They need to not get damaged so they can fight Kaido. Now, I don't know that any damage is really going to hinder you when you get one.
This is like the second time they've said this as well.
I know. When you get one shot by Kaido, I don't know how much prior damage is really effective, you know? So, like...
Right.
Luffy's not going to get one shot by Kaido again.
I mean, the possibility's still there.
Yeah.
It is.
So...
Maybe it's like a fight where he is using Future Sight, and that's what stops him from getting one shot. But he slips up one time, and even though he uses that new hockey he learned to block the strike, it still knocks him out for the count. And it's like he might get up maybe next chapter, but he's out for the count, and someone else has to stall until he wakes up again.
Yeah. So, I was talking to Eric about this. Get ready for this reaction. Every chapter when the fights start. Who copped L's, who got damaged.
Who's going to spin what?
It's got to be crazy. Because we got Kid, we got Luffy, we got Zoro, and then we got Emperors and Commanders. And Nami's going to do something, and then people are going to lose it. Robin's going to do something, Frankie's going to do something. Like, imagine Frankie shooting a radical beam at, like, King and it hits him. And then everyone says King's trash.
Yeah.
We have to realize that this is a war scenario, right? And that people are going to get tagged, right? We can't lose it every week when someone takes a little bit of damage.
But we'll get to what is an Allen.
Sure. Sure. But
Kid,
I would just say
Kid sees a poo, Christian.
Sure. Gets mad.
Uses his only attack.
Uses a new attack, quote unquote new attack.
Yeah.
Punk Gibson. Big metal arm. Slams
Kid Apu.
Apu into the wall.
He's mad because he's the betrayer.
He's the betrayer.
End of the chapter, break.
You know, we're already... The breaks are killing me.
Yeah.
Alright? I'm trying real hard with these breaks. You know, I'm just grateful we're getting a chapter at this point. You know, it's been a nightmare situation. But, you know, we're getting chapters. It is what it is.
Now.
Another break.
Shout outs to Kid.
Yeah.
Slapping Apu in the face. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
However.
Yeah.
Kid, where's the haki? Right?
Yeah. Where's the haki?
Where's the moves?
You got a point.
Here's a question. Will we ever see Kid use a normal haki punch? Or will he always use the metal arms? That's the question.
I feel like it would be egregious if he doesn't use haki. There's no justification for him being compared to Luffy or the top Supernova if he doesn't use haki, in my opinion.
Correct. Now we see abilities like Law, like Apu in this situation, where Haki isn't really required because they have stupid devil fruits. Now,
Yeah.
Kid could have dumb physical power with this
Make
magic,
this,
with this metal arm,
sure.
but like,
Without Haki, what's he doing to Emperor?
I don't like.
specific
Luffy
abilities?
went through training to be able to hurt Kaido, right?
Yeah.
So is Kid just gonna play a utility role, like get his club out of the way? He's got like Kaido's wearing like metal like gauntlet things, you know, the spike things. Is he gonna manipulate those?
I don't know, dude.
Or is he just gonna go throw metal punches and for some reason they damage Kaido?
Well, it's been set up that you have to like bypass Kaido's defenses in some way,
Yeah.
so it would be like unfair if Kid just can damage Kaido for no
Maybe
reason.
Law will do something and then it opens up the damage.
Yeah, but Luffy went through that training to damage Kaido, so it'd be unfair for every other character just to be able to damage Kaido for no reason.
Except for Zoro, yeah.
Zoro's got a magical sword of
Sword,
legend,
yeah,
so
sure.
whatever there, alright? And it's implied that if your Haki's strong enough, you can damage Kaido. Whatever that means.
Sure.
Alright. So Kid needs to start showing Haki, showing
At least
his
he's
power
doing
and
something.
stuff.
At least we can see some
Yeah.
feats
Sure.
at some point.
But like, here's the thing. Like, I know Apu's a supernova. We've kind of seen a little bit of what it could do, but he's still an unknown quantity. He's not a commander. He's not, he's in that grey space between headliner and Flying Six.
How long has he been a part of Kaido's crew?
Yeah, how strong really is he?
Is it just a Delphi thing?
I know Oda was trying to hype him up this chapter by damaging Luffy, damaging Kaido, or damaging Zoro.
Yeah.
But is it really convincing that Apu's this big threat? Like, it's really hard to say. I don't know.
Well, Jay, do you anticipate a good fight with Kid and Apu, or are we just going to cut around and not really see it?
I honestly think we'll cut around. I think we'll get a bit of dialogue. And Apu's definitely not out for sure. I think we all agree on that. But I also think that Apu actually is going to clap back, and they're both going to do damage to each other. You're going to have a little face off, maybe a minor flashback or something like that.
Do you think
and then it will just skip off.
Do you think it'll end here, or is it just going to be like somehow they get separated, or the fight splits up, or?
I think it'll end. So the last of we'll see from the fight will most likely happen at the end of the next chapter.
Yeah.
But then after that, I think Luffy and Zoro are going to go somewhere else, and then we'll follow them outside of that. And I think, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Oda off-screens this fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. It would be very disappointing, but it would not shock me if he off-screens the fight.
Here's my question: does Apu's life end here? Does Kid actually kill him, or does he escape?
Well,
Oda doesn't really kill characters, so I'm not
But
sure.
Kid's character is that he murders people.
Yes, and I agree with that.
I think
Does because we know it's in Apu's nature to when he's losing to just run.
you gotta also remember
Sorry.
Kid is surrounded, Queen's there.
There's a lot of members, right? A lot of members of the Beast Pirates here.
I feel like Kid will fuck him up and then won't be able to kill him.
Finish
and
the
then
job.
Has to bail.
I feel like Apu's sneaky enough to like run away and like call a commander.
Yeah, is he done here? It's a bit too early for me to see Apu be done right now.
Before the war starts.
Yeah, it's a little bit too early, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a little too early. But we are trying to hype up Kid
Right.
as one of the members who'll take down Kaido. So, maybe we sacrifice Apu here. Apu's not really a fan favorite character. Like,
No one likes it.
no one really, no one's an Apu stand. No one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know one, just one, but
Who?
he's not. Some guy on Twitter. Don't worry, it's
Some
not.
guy on
it's
Twitter?
no one-
Alright, some guy on Twitter. There's one guy on Twitter who's an Apu
Shout
stand.
out to Taekwon as well.
And I feel like they're a stand just because they tagged Zoro. But, it's a meme on top of a meme. So
Many
is it
memes
really,
going around.
are they really a stand, So,
Oh, Naya counts. Naya does count.
All right.
okay. Alright.
Shout outs to the Apu stands. They're gonna have a sad time in a couple of weeks.
But he's is he the least liked Supernova? I think he is. Like, if you ranked the Supernova in popularity, I think he's the lowest.
Maybe if we didn't get Whole Cake Island with Capone, maybe Capone would be the worst, but we know a little bit more about it.
Always more interested in Capone because of his crazy ability.
That's a good point, actually. I didn't even think about that. He might actually be because people
Yeah.
just like Julie Bounty because she's pretty, allegedly pretty.
And she's got like a whole bunch of theories on her, and like she's interesting in that way. But like
People like
Apu,
Hawkins. I guess, does anyone care about Killer?
but people care about Killer. Don't even start on that.
Or is that like the kid? Is he wrapped up in that kid agenda?
He's wrapped up in the Zoro agenda, all right?
Zoro agenda.
He's wrapped up in the Zoro agenda because
He is, yeah.
Okay.
So you can't. Killer's got his own thing going on.
There's a lot of agendas going around.
You can't forget. Aruj has his own fandom because of the law about him taking out a commander. So I really do think Apu is the least like Supernova.
All right.
Be interesting to do a poll on that. But yeah, so
Well, there's gonna be memes now, so I don't think it's
it's a bit hard
skewed now.
I don't know if that's like true. They actually like him or they just meme him because of Zoro.
You get meme votes in that poll though.
Sure, yeah, of
All
course.
right.
But yeah,
So good chapter, lots of action, quick because of the action.
yeah. We were saying a couple weeks ago we would like to see Luffy sort of turn a blind eye to this.
Yeah.
Sort of walk away.
Didn't
it really happen? It's not like I was saying. It's not like Tama was in front of them and they threw food
it
at
was
her.
50-50.
Yeah, like this is kind of forgivable. It's kind of like they're throwing away food. Okay, it's not directly affecting Tama. Like I was saying, if Tama was like literally in front of them and they threw food at her, then I get it, Luffy. I get it. All right, I get it. But this is kind of like, yeah. You could have gone either way.
Is it just an excuse for Oda to start some trouble?
Start some trouble, yeah.
Now, next chapter, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Does the Flying Six come out of the room?
Well, a lot of people around this situation, I really do think Zoro and Luffy said they're going to move forward.
Yeah.
So whatever that means, they're going to move forward, and then it gets stopped by Queen.
Is it gonna be like a Pedro Brooks situation in like the chateau where they're just running around? Like,
Depends how big this place is. It could be, but I doubt that. But yeah. So Luffy's all going to run forward. Do they run into someone? Do they fight quote unquote strong headliners?
Yeah.
Just for a little warm
Small
up.
fruit, devil fruit.
Yeah. Do they run into someone important? Do they run into Yamato? And it's a little bit of banter before he's introduced. Who knows? So we've still got that plot line.
Does Kaido get the news next week, or does he never ever get the news that Luffy and Zoro are running around?
I don't know if he can get it next week, but I think he will eventually get it. Like he should eventually get it.
What I want next week is like a legitimate map of this inside the skull situation, so I know where everyone is.
That's true.
Because where the fuck is Frankie and shit?
They're going up the sides, which is like, okay, so they go around the back. Yeah, so this is the big distraction. So we'll see what happens here. Ratings for the chapter.
7.5, 8.
Yeah, 7.5
Decent chapter, you know.
Not too much going on here. A little bit of power scaling shenanigans, if you want to call it that. Is it really a big issue? You know. It's not like Zoro lost an arm and Luffy's out for the count, right? That's what people are making it out like it is, right? So,
Sure.
it's a good chapter, 7.5.
People are asking for danger. They got it.
Oh, we're getting it. I guess we're getting it.
Mhm.
They're getting damaged, they're getting caught, you know? So there you go.
Jay, what would you give the chapter?
Probably the same as you guys. 8 is the first thing that really came to mind. I think it gets an 8 just because we kind of just got something that we've anticipated for a long time. You know how One Piece chapters are. Once you get that one thing that you kind of guess, you get more excited about the chapter and you tend to rate it higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would give it an 8 for sure, just for the Kid in the Pooh stuff, and then obviously for my pettiness for the Zoro L. I needed that one, so that definitely.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right? We'll definitely get to it.
But
Right.
first, Cushion, how strong is Shanks?
It's time for How Strong is Shanks.
I think he is outside of my Blackbeard bias, I think he is the first strongest Yonko.
You gotta be quiet in the church. You're gonna get thrown out.
You can't talk in the church, right?
Don't
You can't talk in
let
the
the
church.
sermon begin.
All right. Every week, for 126 episodes, every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King.
Of course.
Of course. But there are people out there who think Kaido's the strongest.
Ridiculous.
They think Blackbeard's the strongest.
Absolutely not.
They think Dragon's the strongest. They think sweatiest man on the planet, Alkayun, is the strongest. Never forget.
Very sweaty.
Alright. There are people who think Mihawk's the strongest.
The agenda needs to die.
The agenda needs to die. Right? And there are people who are the worst that think Aimu's the strongest.
AIDS.
But they're wrong. And every week, we prove them wrong. With 100% genuine, factual information straight from the Holy Book of Shanks. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And this week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that if he had a musical battle with Apu, he would shred him with the hypest electric guitar solo of all time, melting kids' flesh off his body and turning his bones into powder.
Also Apu as well.
And Apu,
Yes.
right? Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is God King. Alright. Moving on.
Talk with the show.
The topic of the show. What is an owl? Alright, what is an owl? Topic of the show. What is an owl? We're getting out of hand.
Yeah.
We're getting out of hand.
The
right?
agendas are powerful, Christian.
The powerful agendas of what is and isn't an owl. Alright? This week brings up a whole bunch of questions. Alright? Zoro gets cut a little bit. Alright? A little nick, I would say.
It's not a nick. It's a significant
What,
cut.
like, compare Luffy getting stabbed in the chest
Yeah.
in the category fight
Okay.
when it happened, and the amount of blood, the amount of screaming, and then you cut to the next chapter and it's a tiny hole.
So you're saying this is just a flesh wound for Zoro?
Just a flesh wound, not really any significant damage, alright? So
Do you feel like this is retaliation from?
it's definitely meme retaliation, but
Okay.
the important thing is to really nail down what is an owl, alright? I've got a few here.
Give us a few L's, Christian.
I've got a
What are
few
the
L's here. Now, I want Jay here
Feel free to interject.
because there were a lot of Sanji L's.
Yes.
A lot of Sanji L's.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, alright? And that's why we're going to go through them, alright? That's why we're going to go through them.
Jesus Christ.
Got a $2 donation in the chat, Christian, saying anything that is memeable is an L.
Anything that is memeable is an owl.
What do you think about that? We're definitely in that Twitter generation where that's true.
That's true, the hot take generation. I don't know if that's true, right? Alright, first, the topic to decide what is and isn't an owl. Is Sanji getting his leg cracked on Virgo an owl? Is that an owl? My instinct says yes.
Okay, your
Alright.
instinct says yes.
My instinct says yes. Now, I want to hear from Jay why it's not an owl.
Give us the reason why it's not an L. Alright?
So one thing I'll say, I want to harp back onto one Sanji's fight with Gin in the Baratier,
Okay.
and he cracked
was an
his
L.
rib. Okay, that's not.
He lost that
the
fight. He lost that fight.
He lost the
Jay.
fight. He lost the
that
fight. He lost the fight. But okay, maybe that's not the best example.
Okay.
Bon Clay. All right.
All right,
Bon
he won that
Clay. He had a bunch. He won that fight, but he also had a bunch of cracked ribs as well. But he still was fighting at a very, very high output against Bon Clay.
All right.
So Sanji cracking his ribs just shows, one, he's not nearly as durable as, the monsters that are Zoro and Luffy. But just because he cracked a bone does not mean it's an L for him, because he can still fight and potentially win the fight. So I would like to use that
Logic.
precedent to use that with Sanji versus Virgo. Just because it happened, he was still kicking Virgo afterwards, and he escaped. And to
Okay.
use Blue Walk as well, that puts a lot of pressure on your legs in general. So if your leg was truly fractured, do you think you'd be able to do those techniques and run away? at that same frequency? I don't think so. I just don't.
Is it similar to when he cracked his leg on Kuma in Thriller Bark?
I don't think he cracked his leg. I think the fact that he hit hard metal, it's just like it sent such a heavy shock across his leg that it was more of a numbing pain than an actual crack.
I feel like that was more damage than what the crack of Virgo was.
Well, we can parallel this to Zoro in a way, right?
Okay.
So Sanji's legs are his weapons.
I mean,
You could say.
Yeah.
So Zoro's sword gets rusted. Is that an L for Zoro?
That's definitely an L. With Zoro's sword.
Is that 100% an L?
So that's an. I'm glad you brought that up because I don't normally like to use that, but it is funny to bring up.
It's like a one panel Zoro's sword gets rusted and dies. Mm-hmm. So that's an L. All right.
My question is, did he know he had the ability to rust swords before they got rusted? That one random.
No, but it's still an L. You know.
Okay. So then, if we consider that an L,
then
why do we excuse Zoro for not taking an L from Apu just because he didn't know about Apu's attack or what it would do?
Is it an L if you get slightly damaged?
Do you have to lose a fight for it to be an L? Is the question.
That's the question. Because if you get tagged by an attack, you're not out of the fight. You're just a little bit damaged.
Right.
So, if there's a fight, do we tally up all the L's during that fight with all the hits?
Many people did that with Katakuri.
Katakuri versus Luffy. Everyone's tallying up all the hits and what happened there.
Yeah.
And then Luffy pulls out with the W. So, is Luffy getting stabbed by the trident an L if he comes out with a W at the end? That's the question, right?
I think you can classify it as an L if the attack that causes the L is unanswered afterward.
Okay, all right. I think,
but the person who's taking the L has to have full acknowledgement of the other person's abilities. There's been no vague understanding of abilities in this situation.
I don't know about that.
Because Luffy getting one shot by Kaido, 100% L.
Sure, but that's just full strength.
Right.
That's a fight, all right?
But is Kaido getting punched with Gear 3 and hitting the floor an L?
No damage. If there's no damage, no L.
Right.
I agree. Yes. If there's no damage, there is no L.
Zoro and Sanji taking damage from Apu and Virgo, but that's not an L either, is it?
This is where it gets complicated.
So it gets murky. Now, if we just say that if you lose a fight, it's an L.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's a definite fact. If you lose a fight, that's a definite L.
Now, some people will argue semantics and maybe,
you lost because of X reason, not necessarily
got
L.
snuck. He was taken out for 10 minutes. That wasn't an L.
We'll get to that. But another classic Zolo L is being taken out by the Yeti Cool Brothers. Now, is that an L?
Like I said before, if the attack is unanswered, it is an L. That's all I'm saying.
Zoro getting snuck and put to sleep by the Yeti Cool Brothers. Mm-hmm. They did assume they were dead. So Zoro's body not dying is a W, but Zoro being put to sleep is an L.
Yes.
Alright. So there are multiple L's and W's going on here, right? Now the classic one we always talk about. Alkainu getting sent to the abyss by Whitebeard. Yep. Is that an L?
Thinking about this too.
I'm so glad you asked this question. An L? If Zoro getting cut by Apu is an L, Alkainu getting smashed by Whitebeard is an L.
That is a huge L. It's a massive L. And a lot of people like to dispute that it's not an L, and it is 1,000% without a doubt an L.
All right.
Now, what do you think about the argument that he got snuck?
He's a top tier. He has observation haki. That's a bigger L.
Yeah, if you get snuck, that's an L, right?
In a pirate fight, it is. You should always be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah. All right. Now, another classic question.
Yeah.
Mihawk getting blocked by Jozu. Is that an L? Intended to cut Whitebeard, Jozu got in the way, and Mihawk failed. Is that an L?
You gotta take into consideration though. Jozu, Diamond Man, Strong Man.
Did Mihawk lose the clash?
But
with
do we
Jozu?
get into a deeper question here, Christian? Do we get into a deeper question?
Yeah.
Do the L's scale on what your agenda is?
Of course. All right.
Absolutely.
Of course. All right. So
Because some men say Mihawk stronger than say Kaido. So in that regard,
it's an L.
it's an L in
Because
that
he couldn't
situation.
cut Jozu.
But if people say, Mihawk's somewhere between Admiral and Emperor, maybe that's not an L.
Okay.
Maybe that's
Now,
reasonable.
a very good. This is a prime example of what is and isn't an L. Kizaru getting kicked back by Marco isn't an L. If Zoro getting slashed by Apu is an L,
Yeah.
Kizaru getting knocked back and kicked into the ground by Marco is an L. I would wager that. Is that an L? What do we think?
If we go by the definition of what we've just agreed on,
Yeah.
even though I don't think it's an L,
Is it-
I would be a hypocrite if I didn't say it
is
was
it
an
an
L.
L?
I would be
L.
a hypocrite.
All right.
I would be a hypocrite. Now
t-
I think you should take Kizaru's nature into account, where he kind of just lets things happen, because otherwise he would take an L from Apu as well in Sabaody.
Yeah. Yeah, but he follows up that attack with a devastating blow. So
That's true.
Well, that
he
logic.
does respond. Okay, you're right. He does respond. You're right. Okay.
So
I guess Kizaru responds eventually to Marco.
oh yeah, eventually
Disjointed, of course, but
it happens, but I don't know if that cares. Does
he's
that count?
Garb getting gear 2 punch in the face in Marineford. Is that an Alpha Garb? There was blood.
He was bloodied,
That's an L. That's an L for Garb. It is.
but he also didn't do anything.
Do you want
on
to talk
purpose.
about moral L's, Christian? Some people say Garb copped that moral L in Marineford. You want to talk about plot L's?
No, we're not talking about plot L's
Right.
because that's even more subjective.
You're right.
All right?
We're just talking about battle L's.
Yeah.
Now, what's a W?
What's a W? Now that's it. That might even be a better question.
Right.
All right. You have to win the fight to get a W.
Or the confrontation.
I think W's are harder to get than L's.
If Kizaru cops an L from Marco, does Marco in turn get the W?
Not necessarily.
Right.
All right. Because I think a W is harder to earn than an L. Because L's are just thrown around. L's are just thrown around everywhere. Everyone gets L's. It's very hard to convince someone that someone gets a W.
Right.
All right. So
But isn't by the binary nature of the two things?
you would
If
think
one
so.
man gets a W,
You
the
would
other man
think so.
gets the
You
L.
would think so, but it
Right.
doesn't work like that. You would think so. It doesn't work like that at all. People still don't give Luffy the W for Katakuri. All right.
That's actually an interesting point,
Yeah.
because they really don't. Because I actually am. I'm high key one of those people as well. Where
Yeah.
I just think Katakuri gave up. To be honest. With you.
So Katakuri definitely got the L,
Shout out
but
to
Luffy
the,
doesn't get the W.
Shout out to the Luffy vs Katakuri fight. Such a masterpiece, Christian. Everyone, go
Great,
reread it.
great.
Get hyped.
All right. It's great. It's a great fight.
Great fight.
Right. So it's a confusing topic of agendas,
So,
L's.
conclusion: did Zoro cop the L this week?
I think the panel says yes.
Okay.
All right.
So, did Apu get the W this week?
Apu did not get the W because he did not.
What do you mean?
Did Apu get 3 W's and 1 L this week?
Again, a W is worth more than an L.
Right.
So you can't give someone the W if they give out L's. All right.
I feel like this is getting into strange territory.
It's getting to strange territory.
Now,
but-
JD, how do you feel about the WL situation? Surely one must intertwine with the other.
That must be it. They're not equal. We all know they're not equal.
All right.
They're not equal, but I feel like for you to have a W, that it has to have a resounding effect.
Yeah.
So like, let's use Sanji versus Page One for example. Page One barely did anything to Sanji at all. Meanwhile, Sanji was basically beating him to a pulp for an extended period of time.
But no damage.
That's he didn't win the fight. He didn't win the fight, and actually, I think you can definitely allege that there was damage, but he just has a really, really high HB bar. Like if you use water gun on a Geodude, but it has like 150 HP and it goes down to 100.
Well, it's super effective.
look like
Ground
he did
rock,
much.
maybe it has 30. That's all very different questions, Christian.
All right. So, but the question is, did Sanji cop the L on Page One? Because he did say he would take Page One out quickly.
Intent of the fight, Christian, we bring into
Alright.
that. That's another.
He said he would take out Page One quickly. Didn't do it.
Right.
All right. So was that an L? He
No,
failed.
it is not an L. I think he just underestimated how durable a Zoan type is.
Or did he overestimate his own ability?
I think he was testing out the raid suit,
Okay.
so I don't think he knew what his capabilities truly were. So I think it was more of like a mixture of
Many
both.
conversations about L's and W's. Will we ever find the answer out and agree? No,
It's
we won't,
it's
Christian, but
it's going to be a topic many scholars will be studying for years.
what is
right?
an L? What is a W?
It is the great question of our generation, right? What is an L and what is the W? Maybe we'll find out one day. But we're moving on.
Maybe we'll tally up the L's and W's of Alkainu Marineford and see where he comes out.
The total of Alkainu in Marineford. I like it. It's a spicy Twitter. It's
Now,
a spicy tweet.
I guess not all L's and W's are equal as well, Christian. You gotta remember that.
Exactly. They're big. They're capital L's. They're lowercase L's.
Sure. Different fonts of the L
Sure.
and the W.
With the classic Discord L.
Okay.
Classic. All right. So moving on to the Thunderdome, we're talking a little bit of 1v1 power scale matchups. All right. We'll see who we've got after the. The Thunderdome.
Who we got this week?
Well, first of all, let's talk about how you participate in the Thunderdome.
Right.
Right? What is the Thunderdome? It's 1v1 matchups decided by the people over at Patreon who suggest matchups
Right.
for the Thunderdome. Now, the way it works is they have to be in the same tier on the power scale so the fight is interesting.
Okay.
Right? We don't want Buggy versus Whitebeard. Not interesting, all right?
Right. You sure?
We already know what that is. Now this week we have MBDD with his matchup Magellan versus Jack. Where do we even begin here? Because the poison is a massive factor.
We also have to take into account. Does Jack have armor haki? We have not seen it.
We haven't seen it, but we also haven't seen it from Magellan. So I guess we could rule that out. I think poison would still affect Jack, even with his mammoth stamina and all that kind of stuff. Because we see in Zoro, he is wearing the gas-proof suit.
Yeah.
So is there to say that he would be affected by the poison? And how long would it take to affect? Would Jack just one-shot Magellan?
We talk about Magellan copping damage from that Gear 2 bazooka all the time.
Sure. The Venom Demon. People always bring up the Venom Demon. Would he pull it out instantly? See, Magellan's got rage.
Is Jack too slow?
Is Jack too slow? I don't think that's a fair question because we really haven't seen Jack
Speed anyone?
speed blitz anyone.
Kaido's fast, apparently.
Of course. But
Yep.
Magellan versus Jack. I feel like the nature of
Now,
Jack.
we always ask this question, do both of them have knowledge of each other's Delphids?
No.
No.
So that's a massive upper hand for
caught
Magellan.
Jack gets caught off guard.
Magellan wins.
Deadly cost for Magellan.
Now, people always bring up that, oh, he's a commander, poison's not going to work that well. I will remind you that Blackbeard, the man who defeated Ace, a Whitebeard commander, right,
Who's going to die from the poison? got
one shot by Magellan. His entire crew got one shot by Magellan.
Yeah.
So the Magellan poison is a massive X factor in this fight. And I
Not
think,
to mention.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I said not to mention that Jack's main fighting style is all physical and seems like it to be brute strength besides his swords.
Yeah.
But who's to say that those swords are even impervious to his poison? Because
Melting,
his
yeah.
poison has melting properties as well, from what we've seen. So
Yeah.
it seems like Jack is just at an all-around disadvantage unless he knows
Well,
hockey.
it's the question of, does Jack get the final blow on Magellan before he collapses by the poison? That's the question.
So Magellan, if Magellan gets a good hit in with the poison, I think it's over. Because
He does have the eye-watering poison to blow vision.
like we see Blackbeard, who can take serious punishment, get absolutely destroyed by the poison.
Mhm.
So I think we just have to give this to Magellan because of his X factor. He's crazy. right? The poison is so deadly and devastating to anyone who touches
Now,
it.
if we talk about another commander like Katakuri, the magic
Sure.
would be easily, theoretically, Future Side
Future
dodge the
Side
poison,
dodge it,
spears.
Logia made of mochi
Sure.
bullshit.
This is the problem with the Beast Pirates, Christian.
They're all
All
physical.
muscle, no X factor.
Yeah, they're missing the X factor that really helps Magellan out. So we're gonna have to give this to Magellan,
Sure.
which is, Magellan's still relevant, which is crazy,
The
All
poison's
the
deadly.
chapters later.
Poison's powerful in One Piece. Don't underestimate it.
All right, that's the Thunderdome.
Question corner.
Time to move on to the question corner. Questions from the audience.
Do we have any spicy questions this week, Christian?
Lot of Zoro agenda,
Okay.
a lot of Apu
We'll
agenda.
get into it.
Classic. All right, we could have predicted this.
Okay.
But moving on to the questions. First question from 101 Crazy Man. Eric making memes instead of writing Cancer Souls.
Cancer
Interesting.
Souls. What's Cancer Souls?
Some kind of combination of both our
The
comics.
people want Cancer Lords. This is the deal.
People
alright?
want it.
The people want
The
it.
people want it. Eric's not making it. What are you gonna say about that? You promised the
Cancer
people.
Lords is a feeling, right?
Yeah,
Of the community.
you have to be enraged.
When Chapter 1 was released,
Yeah,
right?
at the end of the year,
At the end of the year.
2019.
Perfect timing
Right.
for memes. Alright?
Okay.
Dritz was on his high horse.
You took him down.
Alright? We took him out.
All right.
I don't know where Dritz is at now.
Apparently, he was making this ultimate video, and I've heard no word on it.
Yeah.
So where is he? Where's Driss?
Shout out to Dritz, alright?
Where is
Haven't been on, the time schedules aren't matching up quickly. Haven't been on Dritz's stream in a while. Don't know where he's at.
he? I always go on the Driss stream when everyone's just talking about personal stuff.
Or basketball. Or
Yeah. So I'm like,
Something
all right.
like that,
I guess we don't talk about One Piece here anymore.
Don't know. Well, they probably talk about it in the first hour. We get there 4 hours late because we're in bed.
Yeah.
There's that too. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because, Dritz, the streams keep on happening earlier and earlier.
I keep on screaming at him not to do it. He's like, no, I'm not at work. So I might as well do it early.
Is it on Sunday for Americans?
No, well, the early chapter's on Friday
Oh,
morning or something.
yeah. Well, I guess
Yeah.
he's... I don't know what's going on with him and...
Yeah,
Saturday
no one
Home.
knows what's going on with Dritz, No one knows.
He
Alright,
is,
no one
he's
knows.
an interesting...
All right. Next question from La Gaming Agency. Thoughts on Apu's ability in this chapter? It seems he was able to do blunt damage or cutting damage depending on what type of the body he plays. Seems interesting and versatile. Wonder what his position on the Beast Pirates really is. So yeah, we already saw this with Kizaru and his different musical instruments doing
Introbondi,
different things.
sure.
What's it called? The cymbal, the crash cymbals do cutting damage. The drum
explosions,
explosion. So we kind of already seen this kind of stuff from Apu. Is this the extent of his abilities?
Does he have some stupid...
Like he mentioned he was about to play his ultimate instrument, the subwoofer or whatever. But is that his ultimate attack?
Like Capone and Hawkins, does he transform into a drum set?
He does transform into different instruments.
But, does he have the
ultimate form.
The ultimate musical form, where he's a music monster?
It's possible.
What do you think
He
about
does
that?
transform into instruments, so it could be possible. Just a monstrosity.
In the chapter, he mentioned that he was gonna bring out his subwoofer.
Yeah, I know. His
So-
ultimate attack. Is that his ultimate attack?
What if he turns into just a giant speaker
Giant
instead?
speaker.
That'd be
Any
fun.
any
Yeah, go on.
like any sound could come out. So any instrument he chooses in that form can come out.
Hilarious if that's a fighting attack.
Fighting.
Yeah,
He just turns around and fucking farts.
from his subwoofer cushion. Hilarious.
That-
I can see Oda doing it.
I can see it. I
Some
can
kind
see
of
her doing
gas.
it. Drop that bass,
Uh-huh.
Drop that
Now, of course,
sweet beats.
Apu's role in the Beast Pirates is hype man
Sure.
for Queen.
He's Queen's hype man, which is interesting. So, I guess.
Or is
that's
Queen
what it is.
Apu's hype man?
Nah, Apu is Queen's hype man.
Right.
He calls him Big Daddy, Big Boss Man,
There's something going on.
There's something going on there, right? So,
At least Queen is bringing some kind of flavor to this crew.
that's true. Everyone's edgy, everyone's upset. Queen's having a good time.
Everyone's talking about power and strength.
Yeah, Queen's having a good time.
Queen's having a good time.
So, Moving on from Cardon, Mass. Thoughts on Zolo, a capital L
Yeah.
in Zolo, bitching out twice recently. Frozen Stampede when bullets smash Luffy in front of him. Movie.
He says it's
Okay. He says it's a movie. It's not canon. Still bothers him. And now in the manga where this Cuck Apu ruins Luffy, he's captured right in front of him and he runs away. I don't really know if that's Zoro's.
Well, the thought process is in the chapter. He doesn't want to take damage because he's got to fight Kaido.
And Zoro's trying to be responsible a little bit, right? So, I guess
it's kind of his deal, I guess.
Is Zoro's role to get angry when Luffy gets
What
hurt?
if Jinbei just summons a tsunami and washes everyone away?
It's possible, right? No, Aokiji here to freeze the wave. So, yeah, maybe. But yeah, I don't really know. That's Zoro's role? Is that Zoro's role to get angry when Luffy gets hurt? Not really.
No,
Instead of support
Zoro kind of has this. He has a very similar role to Luffy in the case where he's just supposed to lead by example, and that's really about it.
Yeah, I don't know that that's necessarily Zoro's role in the crew. From Drixar, I hope that the goal of this chapter is to show that Kaido is now far stronger than Luffy. If he's taking damage from Apu, then how is he going to fight Kaido?
Jumping to conclusions. We also know that Kaido's way stronger than Luffy.
Yeah,
we know that.
P.S. Future Sight is a meme.
It is a meme. We said in the fight with Katakuri, we were saying this is a dangerous road, Oda.
Yeah, it's dangerous to give your main character the ability to see the future, because then it kind of ruins everything.
But he's put the little caveat in that you need to be completely calm.
Yeah, okay, but I'll give Luffy the benefit of the doubt because there's a lot going on. He's been attacked from multiple directions. It's a musical attack. How do you dodge music?
Sure.
How do you block music?
You look at Katakuri at the wedding, right? He's fighting Luffy, but Jinbei manages to get the wave off.
He's trying to do a lot. He's got a lot of things to do, so he can't really do them all. So
also, shout out to the people that still want to admit Luffy has future sight.
It's whatever. All right, it happened. All right, it happened. It happened.
It did. You can't fight it anymore. It's here.
From Basra 11. Do you think would be who do you think would be the best dancer of the Straw Hat crew? Robin, it's already been confirmed in Film Z. So
when Usopp's pimping her out.
When Usopp's pimping her out, yeah, Robin.
Yeah.
Right? And that's factual. Right? So there you go. All right. From New Gimme. Is Luffy level 17? That's a reference to Eric's thumbnail.
Thumbnail kid 16. I'd say Luffy's around 36.
That's a massive increase.
Now still doing nothing to Kaido. You got to remember the Pokemon scaling.
That's
16
true.
does nothing to level 100s.
36 also
still does nothing to level 100s.
That's true. I'll give you that. That's true.
I think level 50 is a good little cutoff point, don't you think?
50 can do something, depends on whatever.
What if you have Gibbs strategies?
Yeah.
You can do the choice what's it called?
Endeavor with the
choice. No, it's called fucking focus / endeavor.
Yeah. The choice scarf or something like that.
Yeah, the get down to 1 HP, then use endeavor, then use quick attack.
30 level 36 destroys.
Level 16.
Level 16.
That's true.
Now, I imagine Kid Steel and Luffy's fighting.
It's super effective.
So.
Ooh, good point.
All right. So then,
can we make this game where you fight Kaido and nothing happens?
I can make it.
Yes, we could.
I can make it.
But
it's too much effort for a meme.
Yeah, it is a lot of effort.
It's too much effort for a meme. All right. From Damoria. No, I'm gonna say that's his name, but it's probably not his name. That's hard to pronounce.
Shout out to YouTube names.
Shout out to YouTube names. Why should we care about Kid at this point? Blackbeard is a better rival to Luffy. Also, Shanks is the God King. This man is going straight after Eric's heart. Right? He said all the right things.
It's a fair point.
He said all the right
things. But unfortunately, we need Kid to do some utility in this fight, Christian.
We need Kid to be impressive. All right? We need Kid to be impressive. Otherwise, why is he here?
Also, I want to settle the agenda. Look, the Kid agenda will never die. And it actually doesn't matter what happens in this Kaido fight. People will spin it anywhere they want. Alright?
Unless he loses to Apu. If he loses to Apu, it's over.
Yeah, we had Punk
Rotten.
Matt B calling it Gear 4. What's
crazy.
going on?
It's crazy.
The agenda is powerful.
Alright, it's crazy, right? It's crazy, right?
So I just want to see Kid prove his worth. He's getting there.
I agree though. Blackbeard is a better rival because
And
he actually
the
has a
ultimate
personal
rival.
he has a personal connection to Luffy via the one who
And
set
their
Ace up.
ideologies are similar.
Yeah, Blackbeard's a better
Kid's
rival.
just some edgy guy that's there.
Yeah. So, you know, you got Kid. From Tom. It's been a couple of weeks that we've had a chapter every 2 weeks, and it seems like this will continue for the coming future. This just change your experience / enjoyment of the chapter. It can't help but change the experience. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just grateful we get a chapter now. So like, it's frustrating, but it is what it is.
It kind of breaks the pace,
yeah, but
you're more appreciative of the chapter, I guess.
yeah, it's hard. It's a hard situation.
It
for everyone.
also gives people an extra week to pull things apart,
yeah.
which is never good.
Okay, well, you know, the agendas come out. But all right, his second question: who among the Straw Hats would hit a joint if it was passed to them? Also, has your doggy ever chewed up anything that costs a lot of money? Last question, no. First question, who would? Luffy, because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Brooke, we saw the cover. Remember the color page, Christian?
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
the Straw Hats smoking.
I think that's
something.
the answer. You got Robin, you got Brooke.
I feel like
Absolutely, Brooke.
I feel like they all would. Maybe. No, they all would.
Usopp
Chopper
would.
would be talked into it because he's dumb.
I was about to say, yeah. Do you think Chopper would take a hit?
I mean, they're all pirates, they're all outlaws. I don't think they have any.
Usopp's like, Chopper, take a hit. It's medicinal. He's like,
Yeah,
sure.
Sanji would like a new flavor. You know,
Who says Sanji's not on that?
on
that
it
weed
24/7. You
Yeah.
know, who says he's not? That's true.
Who says that isn't a weed cigarette?
You know, we don't know what he's smoking.
Yeah.
It could be anything. You know,
Strong points.
Maybe Luffy's not interested because he doesn't.
but Luffy would do it just because everyone else is doing it. Like Luffy still drinks.
Sure.
Like he just does it.
Maybe he just wants to have a good time.
They're all pirates. It doesn't matter. They'll do it. All right. I think they'll all do it.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think they'd all do it.
All right. Maybe not Jinbei. Uncle Jinbei.
You're looking
But he
after
does.
Luffy.
He does smoke that pipe though. He does have a pipe
He does smoke that pipe. We can't forget about that pipe when he's a soldier.
when he's a soldier in the flashback.
Yeah.
He does smoke a pipe. What's in that pipe? No one knows.
Rocks are in that pipe, Christian. What is?
Well, who knows what's in that pipe? So maybe also Jinbei. So all of them. All right. But maybe not Carrot because she's too wholesome. But we're not going to include
Carrot's
Carrot.
out of the crew.
We're not
Alright,
including
don't
Carrot.
even talk about
We're
Carrot.
not including Carrot. All right. All right. From Dimmy, how many Shanks is one Apu? It's not even a question.
This comes into the whole sum of infinites question, negative infinites.
He's 40.
You would need an infinite number of Apus to match one infinite of Shanks.
Yeah.
And we're getting into all theoretical physics. So, you know,
It's complex.
it's complex. It's a complex question, all right? So there you go. From Dart, will the host of the show learn how to pull his own weight like the guest does?
It's an interesting question.
All right. Will you pull your own weight ever?
Inflammatory question.
It's a question.
Shout out to Dart, Discord Goon.
All right. It's coming after him. It's coming after him.
Listen, right, I moneyballed the show.
Okay.
I make the thumbnails. I manage the YouTube.
Quote unquote.
I
manage
wrangle the
YouTube.
guests.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
This week we got a lovely guest, JD.
True.
All right.
All right.
Thank
That's true. All right. So I guess he's pulling his weight, quote unquote. But who read the Ace novel and did all the notes for it? And
was
you
gonna
didn't even
read that
touch the
shit.
book. You didn't even touch it.
Maybe I'll read. Apparently, Ace novel volume 2 spicy. Maybe I'll read that.
Yeah. Maybe. All right. Moving on to Bardock, the spicy man.
Mm-hmm.
Will we ever see Patsy again? She deserves more cameos. The dog will return one day, but today's not
she's
that day.
around.
She's around the house. Leave her alone, all right?
Yeah.
Second question. Do you think Luffy and Zoro are going to keep taking damage until their final fights? And if so, would anything heal them in time? It's weird in One Piece. Does healing really matter? Like, oh, I got damaged. Okay.
Do they go to the fridge and get milk?
Yeah,
And
like,
they're good again.
do they go to the banquet just to eat shit and they feel better?
Yeah.
Like,
Does Sanji cook him a magic feast?
who knows? So, yes, they'll continue to take damage because that's what the nature of this fight is. And that will they be healed? They'll have like some bullshit to heal them, I guess. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Sure.
Is it Marco? Is it Mancherry? Is it food?
It's always interesting when series go into healing and how they do it.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
You either make it a thing or you don't make it a thing.
Sure.
Alright? So there you go. Moving on. Back to Dart. Do you think the spoiler culture is getting out of hand? This is a very good question. Right?
This is a Fiji question as well.
It seems more people are waiting for the spoilers to come out than the actual skate at this point, and people are making dumb decisions based on spoilers than the actual chapter.
Listen.
Now, for all transparency's sake, we do read the spoilers here.
Yes.
All right? I don't know if JD reads them.
Nope, never do.
Never reads the spoilers. Now, the reason why we read the spoilers is because we can't help it.
We have to understand the hype.
I don't understand the hype. Now, the difference is, I read them and
You don't go on a rant on Twitter.
We don't go on a rant. We don't get mad because we've been in this game for so long. We know what the spoilers are.
Dressrosa, Christian.
Since Dressrosa, we've been reading the spoilers, and the fake spoilers, the
agendas.
overhype, the agendas,
The poor English.
the poor English. All right, it is what it is. Wait for the chapter to come out to make a point. All right?
The Viz. Wait for the Viz.
Wait, at least wait for the chapter. At least wait for that.
All right.
All right, you're gonna lose your mind off 3 dot points for the whole chapter.
Fiji's a young man, young in the game,
Young in the game, yeah.
wrong opinions.
Okay.
But it's alright to have wrong opinions.
All right, we learn from our mistakes.
You just cop outs.
We all grow.
All you do is cop outs when you have wrong opinions.
Okay, he's going after him.
That's
right?
how it
He's
is.
going after him.
I mean, I'm here for. I'm just sitting down.
All right. From Ghoulie, where will Luffy? When will Luffy give back the hat? Or where? Is he saying where will Luffy give back the hat? Also when, I guess.
We're strolling up on chapter 1000.
We are
20 chapters.
20
Where
chapters
will we
away.
be?
During this war, it's going to be chapter 1000. Is it the end of Act 3? Will we go around the world? Who knows?
Chapter 1000 is going to be something.
All right.
Zabo's captured. Fucking whatever. Mihawk bounty.
Is me like we've already had the Emperor bounties? How
I
is
feel like he's like chapter 1000 should land.
if Mihawk's bounty isn't over 2 billion.
But did chapter 900 land? Not really.
It was definitely
like,
Sunny.
oh, the Straw Hats are dead. All right.
Yeah. Okay. They haven't landed for a while.
Chapter 800 landed.
What was that?
The Grand Fleet.
Yeah. And chapter 700? What was the
Ace's
Marimara?
Fruit.
Yeah. Chapter 1000 is going to be a big deal, though. It's the big 1000.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so maybe expect some hype. I don't know.
There might be celebration around it. I don't know if in canon there'll be a big event.
Sure. Maybe an announcement of a
Like
game or a
massive
movie
event.
or something.
There'll be an event, but
Yeah.
I don't know if Oda can do something crazy.
So, yeah, 20 weeks.
But we're
Or
talking
20
about
chapters.
Shanks giving the hat, Luffy giving the hat back to Shanks.
Yeah.
After Wano or during Wano.
Are we talking Albath? Maybe.
Maybe Shanks' island.
Shanks' Mystical Island?
Maybe he's like, yo, I fucked up your boy Bartolomeo.
Alright.
Maybe that.
Get the cover page.
I feel like they'd bond over that, though. Maybe Bartolomeo joins Shanks' crew. In appreciation of Luffy. Who knows?
I mean, he's already playing the Grand Fleet.
No.
What are you talking about? Alright. So, when will we give back the hat? At some point. Alright? Not on the grave. Alright?
Don't be edgy.
Don't be... Yeah.
We're wholesome here. One Piece is a wholesome story.
Alright? It's a chapter 1 promise.
Yeah.
Alright? You can't forget the chapter 1 promises. Alright?
Why do people want Luffy to wallow in his own self-pity endlessly?
Because they're edgy, alright? They want that edge. Alright?
It's good for development, man.
Alright.
Good character development.
Maybe.
Moving on to his second question. Zoro versus Mihawk. And fighting the One Piece rank in manga history. Where will it rank in manga history?
Top tier.
Fighting the One Piece will be an amazing moment.
It'd
in
be an
manga
event.
history.
A world event.
It would be.
Alright? Zoro versus Mihawk.
Not so much.
Not as big as fighting the One Piece. Still big.
It's still not as big as Luffy meeting Shanks again. That's a massive event as well.
It's gonna be huge. Zoro's toughest fight, Zoro's longest fight should be. Alright?
Where does it place is the infinite question.
I think it places it in the epilogue at the end of everything. Because I don't think there's no reason for Zoro to
Is
fight
Luffy
Mihawk.
just chilling, watching? The crew's just watching?
Yeah.
Similar to Yosuke and Johnny
Because
the first time.
if you really think about it, Mihawk's out of the Warlords now, so why did, like, he's not going to be part of the Marines in a big war? So where's Zoro going to fight Mihawk? You know? And he's not going to die to Shiryu, so stop with that.
Yeah.
Alright? He's not going to die to Shiryu. Alright? Dumb. Again, early game promises can't be
must pay
broken.
off, alright?
Can't break them, alright? Just piss everyone off. Alright?
Now, what about the early game promise of Sabo and Ace about how they would meet up on the sea?
That's not an early game promise. Alright? That is 400 chapters deep. So, you know.
Well, technically, if we're going by the time period,
the time, but I'm talking about chapter 1, chapter 20.
Well, in many ways it did meet up because, you know, Zabo's got Ace's spirit.
Okay, alright. In a way.
I can spin that any way I like, for sure.
But again, that's a chapter 400. Zabo clearly not. Zabo made up for that flashback.
Also, Ace is already dead.
Yeah. So, we already knew it was not going to happen. So,
alright. Yeah.
Again, don't break the
Everyone
early
gets
game.
mad.
Don't break the early game promises just for like a shock value.
Yeah.
Because it's like no one wins.
Okay.
Alright. I guess some people win with their dumb theories, but you don't actually win because you don't want that to happen. All right?
Sure.
Alright, from Lord Zarkon. Another W for Eric this week with Kid bodying Apu in a single panel.
We'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see on that. I don't
Now,
know
my
about that.
prediction was Kid fights Apu. Oda does not waste his time with that fight. And we cut back and Apu's dead.
Oh, come on, we want to see the fight.
No.
We
Why
need
waste
some dialogue.
Why waste
dead, that's
why
it.
waste panel time on Apu is my question.
I mean, I just want to know the dialogue
I
and
don't
what
want to
happened.
see his face.
Okay.
I don't want to see his stupid piano teeth.
Alright.
And his stupid arms.
Okay, I get it.
Ever.
You don't want a flashback either?
No, I don't want nothing. Alright? I want to see him.
All right.
Okay.
I just want the satisfaction of victory.
Okay. Alright.
That's what's going to happen.
From Reagan or Rhaegar. Since KAIDO'S crew is made up of card games, we can get a headliner named Magic the Gathering and a head named Yu-Gi-Oh! If we get a headliner named Yu-Gi-Oh! Instantly strongest character.
Okay.
In KAIDO'S crew.
Again, where's Prince? Where's, all the other card games?
All the other card games. They're coming. We got Who's Who. Alright?
Yeah.
We got Jim Rummy. We got Sheep's Head. We got them all. Alright? Get all the card games. Alright? So we'll get them.
It's just Yu-Gi-Moto and you fucking...
If we get
KAIDO'S
Yu-Gi-Oh!
crew.
It's crazy, alright?
Yeah.
Alright. From Red Rover Podcast. In my opinion, this chapter proves once again that matchup devil fruits are still relevant. Do you guys think Luffy uses Future Sight would have made a difference in this situation? Every time Luffy gets hit, we're going to get this question of, did he use Future Sight? Is he mad so he can't use Future Sight?
And yes, Devil Fruit X Factor always matters.
We just talked about it with
Magellan
and Jack. Massive X Factor. Law. His whole kit is basically his Devil Fruit.
Yeah. Without his Devil Fruit, pretty basement bottom tier bitch. Without that Devil Fruit.
Yeah, like he could destroyed by a Doflamingo. Yeah. Just absolutely destroyed. Right?
That Devil Fruit does a lot for him.
Alright, moving on from Odin Sun Supporter. I've got a few questions for us. What does Oda have to do in OP chapter 981 in order for you to be super hyped or at least not let down? You ask this question every week.
Maybe. I'm not really expecting much from next week. I don't know where we're going.
For me to be super hyped, I don't know. Shanks turns up.
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? Come on, what do you mean? Like,
I'm necessarily hyped for this Apu kid fight.
You're just satisfied.
I'm not looking for it.
Will you be satisfied if Kid uses a non-metal arm attack?
I'd be hyped if Luffy was in front of King or Jack because maybe we
someone.
get some good stuff.
Get some real action.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't think we can. Like, if Kid loses to Apu, I guess we'll be let down.
I want to see interesting. Like, there's the puzzle pieces here for some interesting plot lines and world ramifications with the whole Big Mom pirates and rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
So that'll get me more excited than a Kid and Apu fight, because a ranged fighter versus a melee fighter that's surrounded. I don't know.
Yeah, next chapter should be a good chapter. I don't see.
I don't
how
know
it's
how
gonna
many
be
people are
bad,
invested in both sides. The good thing about Katakuri and Luffy is we're invested in both Katakuri and Luffy.
Yeah.
In that fight, this took many chapters to build up, so it's difficult
That's
to
true.
get.
Well, super hyped. All right. Second question: where do you think the anime and manga will be this time next year? The anime should be about the end of Act 2 if it continues at some point. The manga deep in this war.
Yeah.
Are we? I don't think we've started to fight
Well, it's
Kaido
plus
yet.
40 chapters from here, give
If
or take.
yeah, maybe 30.
I think we'll be we'll be at the start of the fight at Kaido.
Yeah,
Something like that.
which is hype. But
This will be the longest arc. It's already set in stone, basically. Or they can't wrap this up in 20 chapters.
yeah. It's the longest arc, so get ready for that.
You know, people are going to ask the question, was Act 2 necessary? There's going to be a lot of questions.
There'll be a lot of questions. All right. Third question: what is the difference between Big Mom and Kaido in terms of raw physical power? Also, do you guys think will happen between Big Mom and Kaido and the crews after Wano? All right. So, first question in that third question. Right, he's asking a lot of questions. All right. Raw physical strength. I don't know. They seem equal
They seem to be matched.
because we saw that clash battle.
There's questions about... I think the main difference is stamina.
Maybe Big Mom has better haki. Kaido has better stamina. Maybe.
Big Mom's got more utility and deal for it.
Sure. But I think they've got equal raw power.
Well, you know, it's an Emperor system. They're supposed to be equal in many ways.
Yeah, of course. Right. And we've talked about Big Mom and Kaido so much in the past. I think we'll just move on.
Sure.
All right. From Joe's the name being
What
is it? He changed his name. Joe's the name being a virgin is my game.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out
It's
to
a long
this
name.
man.
All right. Shout out to this man.
Maybe you'll catch a dub at some point.
Why are these dudes tripping over Zoro getting cut? 'Tis but a flesh wound. Play the Zoro theme. Everyone knows it. Alright, yeah, it's like a tiny cut.
It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal. Relax, people.
But it's a meme.
But it is an L.
That's what happens when you come at the Sanji boys, alright?
Sanji boys.
There was a lot of blood. I will say that. It seemed like there was a lot of blood loss there, so I don't think we can underestimate that.
There was blood, alright?
He was bloodied. We can't deny that.
And I proved being dirty, couldn't where that old scar was.
That's true. Alright, Zoro's always getting cut in the
that's
same
true.
place.
Apu's a filthy man.
Sure. Alright. Maybe it only worked because Apu attacked the weak spot.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Maybe he saw it now.
Alright.
Maybe he saw it now.
Alright.
Alright. From Robin podcast, could Robin counter Apu? He requires more prep time and the power. He uses his body to activate his power.
Yes.
I think Robin would
Rob
beat
would have a
Apu.
good time. It'd be good for Robin.
I think Robin could beat Apu.
He's got like his whole... He could do stuff with his face and stuff, I guess. Or his legs or something, you know.
I think he kind of needs his arms to play his
But you could wrap him up.
Yeah, you could wrap him up. Alright. From Jordan Lee. I thought it was a break this week. No. We have
Break
a
next week.
Break next week, though. Thank God Oda's giving us some sweet One Piece crack this week. You know?
Yeah.
We're getting hit.
We're all fiended.
We're shaking. We're sweating.
Mm-hmm.
We get something, you know. Question corner. Final matchups, end of series for all admirals, past and present. That's a big question, alright? That's a big question.
Luffy, now, do you subscribe, Jay, to Zabo vs. Akainu or Luffy vs. Akainu?
I subscribe to Sabo versus Akainu and Sabo losing.
Sabo losing.
Okay.
Death or
Yes.
like capture or something?
Death. Do you think Akainu's capturing him? No.
So
He's
Akainu
gonna
gets
kill
2 W's.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Akinu beats the Marimo twice.
Okay.
him. Yes.
Okay.
Um,
And then Luffy defeats him. Who defeats him?
I actually
Dragon?
think Dragon. Yeah, I
Dragon.
think Dragon's gonna defeat him.
Okay.
all right. Kizaru versus Sanji. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that from the One
Absolutely.
Piece opening.
Shout out.
Exactly.
Zoro versus Fujitora. Of
Okay.
course, for the One Piece opening.
Jinbei versus Great Ball, I guess.
Green Bull's. What is Green Bull's point?
Yeah, where is he gonna be in the story?
Green Bull. Okay.
Akid will be on our side.
Yeah, Kuzan on our side. I don't know who he's fighting. Maybe he fights Akainu for the revenge.
You were talking about Sengoku and Garp, they're relevant.
They're probably not going to be relevant at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe Garp fight. Like everyone fights. Everyone has a reason to fight Akainu.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
yeah, I guess that's
What
what it
about
is.
Kong?
Kong, please. Apparently, the Navy's strongest man, Kong.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. His second question: how can we get Sanji resituated on the Thunderdome? If he moves up a tier, he's back in.
Yeah.
But he did lose. Who did he lose to? Fuck.
It's a good question. I can't remember.
I can't remember who he lost to.
Was it like Koma?
No, it wasn't Kurama.
I was about to say that's unfair.
I can't remember who he lost to, but is it? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Was it a meme like Boa? I don't think so. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember who Sanji lost to, but he lost early. So if he moves up that tier,
He's back
goes
in.
up to that commander tier, he's back in. So
Take a lot. Maybe
we might see this
Maybe
arc.
he gets there in Wano.
Maybe he gets there.
How's memory raid suit super form?
Yeah. All right.
You know.
And that's the last question. And that's the episode this
Question
week.
for you: did they have time to change the raid suit
The Straw Hats.
into the straw hat design?
Frankie can build a ship in 1 minute.
Yeah.
So yes. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe we'll see the new raid suit in the. fight.
Does he have dial technology?
Does he got some new stuff?
Reject dials in the hands, but he doesn't use his hand in the feet.
Yeah.
Reject dials.
I
in
don't see the
feet.
I don't see the point of the dial technology if you already have the little boosters at the bottom of the raid suit
Maybe it's
anyway.
better. Maybe
Well,
Usopp.
they've got the
yeah.
reject dials, which are useful in any situation.
Yeah.
So.
You know,
Anyway,
defenses and stuff.
little
Yeah.
question for people to ponder. Look forward to maybe the straw hat Sanji suit.
Yeah. What if they just change the logo on it?
They're probably it's probably. And that's the show. Another one of the books, Christian.
Shout outs to JD. All right.
Appreciate you turning
Thanks for
up.
having me, guys. Had a lot of fun.
Nice.
Every guest is a better guest than Dritz, and that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a
every
fact.
week.
Every-
Every year he gets voted worst guest.
Every year gets. And we keep on having him back. And we keep on having him back for some reason. It's crazy. All right. You know, like the stream.
Go check out JD.
Go check out JD.
Brago. Go
Sub.
check out the crew.
All right. Sub to the everyone's channel. All right. Share the love.
Next week, what are we doing? Call-in show?
We're doing the call-in show next week because there's no content. You know. What do you want me to do?
Could you just roast it if you wanted to?
With the Dress Roaster recap is a marathon experience.
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna be 6 hours long.
Maybe
It's
more.
gonna be crazy. All right.
Maybe more.
Maybe even more. All right. There's a lot to Dress Roaster that's crazy.
We'll see you next week, people.
All right. Shanks is the strongest.
God.
Shanks is the cookie.
Good night.